required of Scott McTominay to save Erik ten Hag's job, did you think we'd say that on this show?
It was amazing the way they were celebrating afterwards. It was honestly like they just won the league. But I think they felt
the
like
relief, the pressure that came off,
the massive amount of relief, because if they had lost another match at Old Trafford, and then we hear the boos coming out. I mean, it would have been catastrophic.
It wasn't so long
for this
ago.
team, but it was. You could see it. You could see the palpable relief on everybody's
Especially
face.
going into the international break, right? I think like now you can go into that international break and feel like you're in an okay place, whereas I think it would have felt like total crisis at Manchester United had that not happened.
I still think it's crisis mode.
Yes, just not, maybe not
%.
total crisis.
Yeah, but now you don't have a week of just talking about,
exactly.
you know, will they, won't
like,
they?
You just won against Brentford. Again, and
let them have their moment.
Mind you, McTominay, who has been stellar with Scotland, has not seen the pitch at all with United. And for me, he's grown considerably where he should be getting time. Now you go out and buy Mason Mount, hasn't really hit.
Yeah.
Arambat playing as a left back.
That did not hit at all.
That's not hitting at all.
Marcus Rashford struggling.
Marcus Rashford.
And Højlund's starting to come along a little bit, but still, that Højlund, if you're comparing him to Erling Haaland, it's
why isn't what's the deal with Rashford? He was. Do you remember that stretch last seaon where he couldn't stop scoring? The guy was like, it was.
Luke Shaw.
Can we talk about Onana too?
Yeah, Onana.
Lord.
Is Onana at the point? Does Erik ten Hag have to bench him for his own well-being? Do you need to take him out of that position? Because his confidence at this point has to be shot.
I mean, he settled into the game. That first goal was atrocious. He got a hand to it. You could see how much it weighed on him afterwards.
What do you think David De Gea is doing right now?
I'm probably giggling. He's probably in a group chat with Scott McTominay going, really?
But that's why Ten Hag needs this to hit, right? Because of the way that Manchester United handled the departure of David De Gea and how disrespectful that to me felt as a Manchester United fan. For somebody like David De Gea, who had been a servant of the club for so many years, Onana has to hit now if he's the guy that you brought in.
But he did. He settled into the game. He made some nice saves after that first mistake, and it felt like maybe, especially to see the team sort of gather around him, towards the end of the match, it started reminding me of the era where Old Trafford was like a fortress and they couldn't lose. You don't remember that because your dad wouldn't take you to those games, but it was when you would go to Old Trafford, everyone else went. They couldn't lose there.
But for somebody who has that price tag, are you cool with the fact that, oh, hey, he settled into the game after that mistake?
No.
Right?
No, because
but you have to get over it at some point.
No, but
he's starting to get over it.
Starting to get over it.
Yeah, he's starting to find confidence.
How many games we can go down and he makes like a mistake every match?
And what confidence would he have if you take him out? And by the way, he probably should have been subbed at some point previous to this. But if you do take him out, you're going to shoot his confidence. Are you not?
That's the problem.
So do you keep Marcus Rashford in? Do you keep Onana in for those reasons?
Marcus Rashford isn't as effective because he doesn't have Luke Shaw giving him the, advancing forward, giving him the space to do what he does. It's not his fault. Rasmus Højlund is starting to find his feet in this squad. They got to figure out a way to get him the ball. I mean, it's been looking good when they've been getting crosses to him, but they have to figure out how to play together. All of this really falls on Erik ten Hag. He's the one he picked these pieces. He has to figure out a way to get his arm around Onana, get him playing better. It looked towards the end of the match that he was starting to settle in. If what we saw in the second half from Onana is who he is the rest of the season, they're going to be fine as far as goalkeeper. He has to find a way to get these players to click together. It's all Erik ten Hag's fault.
It's his guys and Anthony.
There's a hot take for you.
Anthony and Onana are his big purchases, right? Along with Martinez. So if you're looking at those guys in particular, but from Ajax, he brought them over, and they haven't really hit. And so Martinez looked a little bit better at the end of last year. But this season, when you're looking at Onana, who makes countless mistakes, and Anthony, who there's no end product. Like, yeah, there's entertainment, and you can run, and you can do all these tricks.
Does the swerve.
But there's no end product. And for Manchester United, that's not good enough. So I'm interested to see what happens. Sheffield United, getting them after this break, I think that's a benefit because you try and build off of this result. If you're going in against Man City, which they have on October 29th, I think that's a little bit different.
If Amrabat and Casemiro can sort of solidify that defensive midfield, I think that frees up Bruno, that frees up maybe like a Christian Eriksen to start to deliver a little bit more to those forwards, hopefully.
You just going to disrespect McTominay like that?
Bro, he should be one of those forwards.
He comes in a brace forward, he's a midfielder.
No, what I'm saying, he should be going forward. Yo, Scotland McTominay is a whole different vibe than bench Manchester United McTominay. Totally different.